Hello, friends, and welcome to another Why Did I Lose episode. I don't know what number this is. I forgot to check. Today's lesson is, especially for me, this is one of my own games, and I always had this idea that body blocking this small camp is good to do at the 1 minute mark because now the enemy team can't pull. And so I kind of just like defaulted to it a lot of the times when I remember to do it. But I've come to realize, like everything in Dota, there are times when it's good to do and times when it's bad to do. So here's an example of when it's bad to do, and therefore led to me losing this game. So I'm Windranger 4, that's the real reason we lost. And then we have a Slardar, and Io and Drow in this lane. Now if you look at our items, Slardar and I do not have a salve, so this is going to come into play. And we just have tangos. Io has gone a double Ring of Regen build and tangos, and Drow has a couple herself. So even though they don't have a salve either, Io is going to provide a lot of bonus regen for himself and for Drow. And because of the way the lane naturally balances, it's going to be under the tower, which provides them extra armor and regen, which then gets amplified further for Drow. Not to mention that, we can't really dive them under the tower. So right here, I thought we would just poke away at them, but the opportunity for a kill could be here. So my first mistake is not identifying who should we target. And it's a little hard this time, and to be honest, I'm still not 100% sure. But if you look at it, Io will never kill, right? If he comes out here and we start to get close to killing him, he will just walk this way, and then Drow will walk this way, and then he'll tether to Io, and we don't really have a way to stop him. We've got the stun, but you have to time it really well, and it's really tough. So killing Io is just not going to happen, even though he's a bit weaker. Drow's a little stronger, but she's very slow, and there's no real way for her to escape. So right here, I actually hit Io first. This is gonna matter. So now we end up focusing Drow a little bit. He goes for the rune, and at this point, after he got the rune, I think he should just back away. If he runs this way and they choose to chase him, I will keep poking Drow. And so I think they should stop, give up, and then I'm safe because I have win run. He hasn't lost too much health at this point, and we would just play the lane like normal. But he chooses to play aggressive, so I kind of also have to play aggressive. So we chase her. I try to use my win run to slow her a little bit. Starts a body block in front. We get pretty unlucky here with 6 health. Ooh. Unfortunate. You notice Io has focused Slardar. This whole time, he has not switched to me. Whereas earlier here, I hit Io once, then I hit Drow. Slardar, because he got the rune, he ended up hitting Io once, then to Drow. Io's pretty much full health now. And she would be dead if either of those attacks had been focused on her. Or if we got a little luckier with the damage, we would have also killed her. So that's a bit unlucky on our side. But even if we kill her right now, I mean, Slardar's kind of low. And maybe we can turn around and kill Io too. But then, we don't have a salve. So then what? Because they're just going to respawn, and sure, we got the kills, but now they're going to easily push away Slardar for the next wave or two before he can get a salve to come in. So Drow ends up getting away. We punch Io a little bit, but again, they've got this super regen. Let's check it out. He's got 12.7 from his tango. She has 10.6 from her own tango, and it's not showing what she gets from the tether as well. Although actually, if we wait, you see she's getting like the +8 every now and then. +7, +8, yeah. So she's healing quite fast, and he's not. They are double ranged versus Slardar. So of course I should be playing a little better. Like I said, I'm playing Windrangers, this is why we lost. But they get a deny. I mean, I was trying for that one. I'm a little scared to approach because they are double ranged, and without Slardar, I'll take a lot of damage. I guess I had win run, I probably should have. And so this is where I go to body block, because I see, okay, 2 creeps of theirs survived, and the next 4 are coming in. That means this will slowly push to our favor, so I don't want them to pull, and even though we're struggling right now, in my mind, this was a good thing. I have now decided it was a bad thing, because look at him. He's low level, or not low level, low health, and so because they're double ranged and she has a slow, and he's just providing a lot of regen, they can bully him out. And I'm all the way over here, so I can't do anything. And I'm here for at least 7 seconds for the camp, and then I have to run back. So for like 20 seconds, I'm not going to be in this lane. and it's a 2-on-1. And I willingly put my Slardar into this by choosing to come block the camp. And so because of that, and not forgetting that because their creeps are alive, we are going to hit level 2 after them. So right here, they're getting denied. Slardar can't really do much. He's trying to walk in. Now I'm back. But what did we miss? They got a free range creep. We missed a little bit more of experience here. And now I'm here. I misclick a little bit. I'm supposed to be like poking a little bit here. You know, this looks okay. But here they are about to hit level 2 first. So now they're level 2. I'm over here. I ended up dewarding my ward. So he got a little bit of experience and gold from that. And then because of the way IO works, he can now tether over to Drow while I'm still over here. Like, he's trading a little bit, doesn't care too much. I use Windrun, I probably shouldn't have. And we're still level 1. And if we take a look at last hits, she's 7-1, IO's 1-1, and we are 1-1. We're quite down there. And if we go to XPM, here we are at the very bottom, and here they are way up here. This is really bad for us. These first waves really determine how the game will work. And because they hit level 2, because of experience we missed and all of that, now, look at this. They're just focusing Slardar. He never gets to play. He had a salve brought to him. He used it, and he's back to the same health he was. And I should be in the lane. Like, I have 6 tango, so I should be here trading, letting them focus me a bit more, and I slowly tango up. So this is a big mistake on my part to leave Slardar alone in that even just 20 seconds to go block the small camp. And if you think about it, Io, he's not really going to pull that much. Because if he goes to pull and the lane is up here, then we probably just kill Drow like we did over here at the start. Without Io, we can bully her out. He'll have a stun and a bash, and I will have, Windrun, maybe my stun as well. She dies alone, so Io's going to be here. So they're never really even going to make use of this pull. And they don't have to because they're just winning this lane. They can just play the lane and push us away. If anything, I want him to go pull so that we have a chance to actually play the lane. So it was a big mistake on my part to walk over here. And it's definitely something I'm going to be thinking about more. I need to decide, if Slardar was a ranged here, if he was like Pugna, it's probably okay to go block this. You know why? Because even though they're both ranged, Pugna would be ranged. And so he's also a fast hero. He can still play the lane a bit, get experience. But because it's a melee versus ranged matchup, they are just freely harassing him, and he has to play extremely carefully, and because of that, he'll miss XP. If it's a melee versus melee matchup, it's still going to be a little iffy. I think I probably should stay in the lane at that point, just because, if I'm a ranged hero, then it's easier. If it's melee versus melee, though, maybe it's a little easier. It's easier for Slardar to get in range to get some XP, and Slardar's just good at melee versus melee matchups. But against ranged heroes, 2 ranged heroes, it really sucks for him. So, although we made a series of mistakes like that, a bit of over-aggression, unfortunately not getting the kill, and then me going to block this camp, it was like a series of mistakes that ended up losing this lane. And even if we play it out for a little bit, we never really catch up. And if we skip forward, we see she's 12-4. He's getting a couple last hits now, but that's never really what you want, right? She's at the top. He's slowly catching up because it's way back. It was way back here, but it's just not ideal. Here's our safe laner, and it's quite below what their safe laner is. And PA's even generally good at getting last hits because she has a dagger. So imagine Drow going crazy like this. So that's it. Be careful for position 4s if you choose to go block this camp. Make sure your laner can actually play the lane while you're gone. Otherwise, it might be worth it to just stay here. Final thoughts. Enigma is a hero that can control and play the lane on his own. That's when it's great to go block the small camp, because Enigma by himself can do everything he needs, but he can't block this small camp. Actually, he can if he sends an Eidolon, but that's what you can do as a position 4. And so identify it, and then you'll know, is it a good idea to body block the small camp or not? That is something I have learned, and now you have too, hopefully. Okay, thank you. Goodbye.